be going. Why would people be mad at me?
What's up, guys? I'm here for Swarm on Amazon Prime. Spoilers ahead. Let's get into my thoughts. So we start off the first episode with Chloe, who Chloe's character who plays Marissa. She is. We find out later in the episode that she is the foster sister of Dre. Okay, Dre. I don't know if she's autistic or the episodes revealed that she may have problems from her childhood, but the way that she carries herself, who knows? So, anyways, Marissa is her best friend, the one that relates to her and everything, but it's like a codependent, relationship. So at the end of the day, what ends up happening, Marissa gets opportunity to, go do makeup. That's her little field and everything. So she leaves Dre in charge to work her shift. Dre makes her lose her job. Of course, Marissa is, tired of her. She tired of paying her rent and all that good stuff, right? We found out. So we see her, like, her boyfriend flirt a little bit with Dre, but I don't think, I think he's making fun of her, not flirting with her. So, Dre tries to tell Marissa, like, look, your boy was looking at me. You make a bad decision, guys. Obviously, that's the point of it or whatever. So Marissa is like, look, I gotta go. So what ends up happening while all this is happening, she's upset at Drea, and she goes to the club. She hooks up with a guy. It ends up being Rory Culkin. He's cute. Okay, he had a little muscle and all that stuff. So they hook up. She leave awkwardly or whatever. She misses all of Marissa's calls. Marissa ends up killing herself. Okay, so the next scene we see her attending a funeral. Everything, she is dismissed. So we're wondering. It never says if she did it. It just was a thought between the parents, but nobody else assumed that she did it. So going by the episodes, we assume that Marissa did it because, old boy was cheating on her. So what ends up happening, Drea goes to, his house or whatever. He's upset and everything. And he just like a D-boy, So he just really lays his feelings out and everything. So while he's in there giving her some tea and all that stuff, oh girl just pop out on him. I'm like, where did that come from? Yeah, busting head, slamming. You can hear him saying, Drea, Drea, Drea. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so disgusting. Like, disgustingly sad. Okay, so yeah, that episode ends that way. So we see her, she in a new life. She done changed her name to Carmen. She's a stripper. She's working at a club. She's still awkwardly weird. Now, I'm gonna give it to this character. She's playing this role. Okay. What's her name? Dominique Fishback. And the girl, she had a nice shape, everything. So she in the strip club, got a nice outfit on, but she's awkward, okay? So the girls, they clown her and all that stuff. Talk about she needs to stop acting weird. She is a big fan. Let me not forget that she's a big fan of Naja, okay? So that's her and Marissa's connection, whatever. So even at the strip club, she don't want to dance with nothing but Tanaja song. So she goes, dance, whatever, she goes home. One of the strippers, I forget her name, but she's in here. She a cute little Latina. She say she mixed. She try to bring in Halsey and all that stuff. And Naja fan Drea, she wants to say who, she don't know who that is until like episode at the end of the episode, which is so hilarious. That besides all that, the girl is a freaking mooch. Okay, so she basically is taking care of her boyfriend or whatever, but she pays Dre to come hang out with her and everything. If you guys didn't know, also Naja is addicted to junk. She doesn't drink and smoke, but her addiction is junk. Okay, and her obsession is killing and Naja. But they hang out and everything. She finally takes her home. She begs her to come in so her boyfriend know that she ain't cheating, even though the D-bag left her at work and everything. So all that being said, what ends up happening, she sneaks out. The girl Drea get home. Guess who in her freaking living room? The girl, I can't even think of her name. She in there. She one of the best strippers that make the best money. So she in there. She in there. She getting on my nerves. Okay, so I imagine she getting on Drea nerves. So she in there just talking about taking over her space, everything, and all that stuff. So what ends up happening, Drea sneaks off, goes and kills the girl boyfriend. Okay, so I'm like, okay, is she a woman killer, like a man killer, abusive boyfriend killer? Because his death to me really didn't connect to Naja's, but so we see her dragging the body home or whatever. Girlfriend comes out, she kicking him, everything. I'm like, okay, we got a Bonnie and Clyde thing going on, but she said they the black versions of Thelma and Louise. Soon as she said that, bow, she gone. So she destroyed this girl. I guess she didn't want to leave no witness, or she probably was annoying, just like how we thought she was. So we get into the next few moments where they go back to work. She making money. She doing better. She taking her time. She taking the advice that the girl told her to do. She doing good, right? So she making a little change because she need to change for the concert. The girls at the club looking at her like, okay, yo, we see you getting it, blah blah blah. They said, can she come, hook up with them so they could go do a little freak nasty party on the side. You know what the little strippers be doing these days. Not all, no shade. So they go in there making money, plopping with these little geeky, nerdy boys, and not geeky and nerdy 1980s way, but just in like, Silicon Valley way. So you see that going on. So even the one dudes that just off, they getting off on her just by her eating or whatever. So the head leader, she like, girl, okay. So they get their money. Get what ends up happening. Their car breaks on side of the road. Of course, the woman's body and her boyfriend's body is in the trunk, so she avoids that. So they end up seeing someone saw them on side the road. So they everything. You know what I'm saying? He gets the tire and everything, hooks them up. They about to leave. So she remembers him from a Swarm account, which is not just Hive or whatever. So she going there to attack the guy. I'm like, girl, I know you ain't finna attack this guy. This guy is 3 times your size. So he ends up getting the upper hand on the girls come in. They think he attacking her, trying to rape her and all that stuff. So they kill him. She leaves them, and that's the end of the journey with them. So the next episode, I like this episode also. She's on her way. She's about to get caught by the police because she has blood. So obviously she has been stealing. Everybody that she attacks, she takes their car and all that stuff. So we see towards episode 6. So she takes the car and she's on her way to police. The car has tents, so you really can't tell what's going on and everything. And so what ends up happening, the police ends up following her because she makes up a lie that she's going to the festival, which she is, but she technically isn't. So when she's there, some white woman in there named Cricket, that was cute. That was a cute name. I used to have a cousin named Cricket. He invites her to her physically, everything. The house is really beautiful, mentally and spiritually. It's like for a spiritual cleansing. So all the girls in there, they getting relieved, all that stuff. Billie Eilish, she makes a role. That is so cool. How getting her feelings, breaking her down. She gets a little close to her. That probably what broke her down. And it seems a little bit to me that she's conflicted of her. So maybe her Marissa obsession is more than a sister thing. So back to the house. What ends up happening? She's so cool and everything. I really would go to that retreat for real. Like it wasn't a retreat; it's just like their everyday living. But I would really go to that because it seemed really cool. Okay, so what ends up happening? She finally wakes back up as Drea and not the name that she's portraying. I think it was Kayla. So the girls get upset because she's leaving. She want her phone, all that good stuff. So they get mad, but in some kind of way, they end up being the swarm too. They just was in, and she attacks the crew. She
I can't be going. Why would people be mad at me?
runs over the leader, Billie Eilish, everything. Oh my God, it just came out of nowhere. I was like, girl, how y'all think y'all just should attack this woman in this car? One of the girls, oh my gosh, poor thing, she went horribly. Okay, she ran her over and everything. So the girls, they get mad because, girl, you done killed their leader. Sorry guys, sorry for that. In the previous episode, she had attacked a Naja hater from, because of a tweet that he did years ago. Okay. So what ends up happening, she attacks him. Of course, she overstays her welcome, eats his food, all that good stuff, which ends up being junk food. So we go to the following place where she is following a play on Magna people, and she ends up telling her how Naja's music is addictive and negative and all that stuff, right? So what ends up happening, instead of attacking the woman, she ends up seeing somebody that works at the concert that now she's going to be in. So she ends up playing with him. They end up having like a sexual banter through food, and it came off really addictive, like it was a drunken night. So I like how Donnie Glover did that. Okay, so that episode was really cute and fun. So in that episode, she ends up meeting her. She ends up fantasizing about her so much that she ends up biting her. So I'm like, is these situations coincidental of real life? I started to Google, but y'all know how Google does. They give you spoilers, so I just said, just go with the flow. After that following episode, we see her sneaking back to her hometown. She's a different look. Her old boss that really didn't click with her, seeing how good she doing her life. She comes up with this made up story how that she's working with Naja's mother and all that stuff. And we see her mental breakdown right here. Okay. So all that being said, while she's at home, she has a thought of going into Marissa's home, and we see that she used to live with her. So I said, oh, okay, they really were sisters. Accuse her of attacking their daughter, so we're really wishy with that. We don't know because they really don't delve into, but there was the only accusation of her maybe attacking Marissa, which I believe that she didn't, because yes, she's obsessive, but I think that she loved her that much that she didn't do that. And speaking of love, let's get into the relationship she ended up dealing with. So while she was at the home, they did attack her with the shotgun. This one was a little kooky for me, but it kind of gave me the vibe of Atlanta. So I feel like this episode could have been a little shorter, but we get it, So anyways, she ends up going to falling in love. Okay, we see that she is a new character. So before I get into her being a new character, let's get into the episode before the end of the episode. So this episode was really cool. It shows the real person, fictional, of course. We show the timeline of her events, everything. So she is obsessive. She basically is making, murders, everything. All the murders are connected by the Niger swarm. But I believe they kept saying the hive, but, because they kept blanking it out, blah, 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 being real meta without trying to be. So, but it was good. So don't think that I'm clowning it. So in all, we see all the, the attacks that she did and stuff like that. And, it's not the people that was in the show. So, and then at the end of the episode, we see that Donnie Glover said he's doing a series about this person. So the person, which is Drea, So in the episode, we see that the detective, this actress, she was cute, she was funny. I love how she played on it. It was doing like the first 48 vibe. I was feeling it. So she ends up connecting all of them. And the episode, oh my God, the episode, Donnie, listen, I love how you did this. It was called Falling Through the Cracks. Nobody was paying attention, not even to the officer, okay, because she was a black woman, okay, but not even to the murders being connected because she was a young black woman. And black women are not considered as serial killers. That was a play on that. And also it was a play on how black women are not noticed in media. Okay. People are not looking out for them. Okay. So I love how he did that. Okay. You did that. So she connected all the murders, all that stuff like that, and we found out that she had a very tumultuous upbringing. Everything. We even see her visiting the social worker. The social worker puts the cop in place, like, "Look, I'm not going to let y'all depict this woman like this." And I love how you did that too, Donald. Look, y'all, let's have a drink every time I say I like how you did that, Donnie. So last but not least, part of that, we see that she has a new alias. So she is now portraying herself as a man. If the episode before that, what the cop was saying, that a man ended up running on a Queen Naja's concert, okay, and attacking her. So that's how she got caught. Okay. So what this last episode, the season finale, what I took from it is that these are depictions of what happened at the concert. So what ends up happening in the episode, we see that she is now living as a lesbian stud, whatever you want to call it. She ends up hooking up with a nice female that is working. She's going to school, everything. They end up having a very normal relationship. It's really good to see them together. We know that she doesn't like Naja. She says that at the beginning, but they end up being together for 2 years. So we find out she ends up going broke, going to get her some. She basically been taking care of Drea. Okay, she's going by Tony now. So she takes the money, buy her concert tickets. Look, outside of her not liking Naja, she basically was fed up taking care of this girl.
She have a new car every month. She doesn't know her extracurricular activities.
Her obsession do. That's how I took it. Because she would not have attacked her girlfriend. She had on being about Naja. You could see the weirdness, the dirtiness, the craziness, the look in her eyes. This actress, she really played this girl. She attacks a woman, and then you see her laying on the dead body. We see her, she ends up going to the concert. She don't got the tickets because she done buried her girlfriend and burned the body and everything. So the tickets was in the pocket. So she ends up attacking one of the scalpers in the car. So she ends up going to the concert. And this is where we see that she runs on stage. Naja ends up embracing her, but we see an image of her sister Marissa's face. So we believe that all this is, an image. That's how I portrayed it, or I took it, that she got called by the police, but she's delusional because she sees her sister's face on Naja's body. This was so good. This, I just feel like it was nice. It wasn't carried on too long or anything. Y'all know how some episodes do. I really appreciate it. I love Chloe Bailey's character in it. She was so cute. I love that her relationship interactions. So anyways, tell me what you guys think, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Peace.